Alright friends, welcome back. Battle Brothers. Oh, hang on. Not seen yet. Actually. On. Webcam needs to be midge across. Still have the XCOM setup going. Right. Wait. Our cultists just had a good scrap. I kind of hope that we can get a mission where we can like run around and do deliveries or something. Why is Kratox in reserve? What are the cultists should be fighting? Like Ludolf. I mean, he's decent, but he can sit out, I think. Flail lad. Who else is a sacrifice? Leaf. Yeah, Leaf is gobbo. Let's get him out of there. Armor-wise... Aha! Yep. Bandages on the front line, all the way. Our dagger lad. James. I can't decide whether these goons need to be axe experts or not. Maybe. I think we're going to take Backstabber. And just try and make them as decent as possible, despite the fact that they don't have good melee skills. I haven't quite decided yet. We can still change it up if we need to. Righto, so these lads are just there to be sacrificed. Who else here? Yeah, it's Hirguld, who's mostly the guy we don't want to get sacrificed. Rumold can also get sacrificed, that's fine. 64 accuracy, all mid-50s. We still need Ludolf to get converted. Alright, so we just need 3 more cultists. It shouldn't be that hard. We've not had a sacrifice event in quite a while. I think what we might need to do is to actually be out in the wilderness. Drive off barbarians. I don't want to do that. That's quite dangerous. 445. That's too expensive. Fools, we're doing good. Kind of want to head to a major city and sell some of this gear. I just want to know whether I should be using axes or not. What's up, Raging Fury? Evening. I can't read the names. It's in blue, so I assume that's Mizuma. Yep. There you go. Like these sacrifice lads, 64 accuracy, damage on the head to the head. He needs to be using a flail, but he needs to have 1 more level up so that he can get, or 2 more. He needs recover and flail and student before he can use flail. I mean, he's going to be exhausted so quickly. We sure do. We had quite a good scrap in the last fight. Last episode. Visit every town. Where do we still need? Blankholm, Dunkelwald, and Karakam, which we obviously haven't found yet. Karakan will be the one southern city. Actually, I haven't added the new seed yet as a command, which I should. If you're a mod, can you update that, please? I think that... Let's just check that's the old seed. Yeah, here's the new one. A-G-A-Z-K-V-E... MEP. I'll update the command after the stream. Okay, we need to get up there. Food wise is a bit low actually. $418, okay, that's decent profit. think we can actually sell our crossbows and hunting bows. No, I'm looking for ranged guys. I mean, we're only going to have... I think... I would say we can only have 2, but then there would be specialized bowmen. Yeah, archers are always going to be a hassle. At this point now, because I've got a core group of lads, like the next couple, guys that I get, even if they start with only 40 ranged skill, I just need some ranged guys, even if they're crap. Thank you, Mizuma, legend. So I think what we might do is, I want to decide what ranged guys I want to go for. I would say, if it wasn't for the fact that I want to test the firearms, I would say we'd only have 2. It would make them bow specialists. But I think we want to test out the firearms, so we'll have 4. 4 ranged guys, 2 firearm users, and 2 bowmen. Either that, or if we have like shield breakers on the back line, maybe the shield breakers can change a little bit how they fight. You know, maybe they use long axes to break shields, but if it's a big AoE fight, they can then switch to a firearm. But the thing is, then they've got no aim. In any event, let's look to get our hands on 4 ranged fighters at some point. I think we'll go for crossbows because they're easier to get going. Bob Thunder, still follow. I need to make a choice. Do I use hand axes or not? I think just the one is probably fine in this formation. I mean, we've got the one Dane axe. Once I get my hands on a second Dane axe, I don't think I need a frontline axe. We sell those. And we're not going to be fighting trees anytime soon. Scimitar I don't need. Falchions is the lowest form of sword that I'll use. Yes, we've got 4,000 crowns. Are we hiring our next camp follower yet? Not yet. Our renown is really low. Oh yes, who's this? Hubert, sacrifice, show him the darkness. Awesome. So who was that? Hubert, only level 2. But now upgraded to goon status. Because he's been converted, so only 2 more needed. Now, of the remaining unconverted, there's Ludolf and there's Rumold. 69 accuracy, 64 accuracy. We'll go like this. We will put Ludolf on the front line. I mean, he's decent. He's a decent little sacrifice, but I think that Rumold is better. Well, he's injured for now. How long? 2 to 5 days. But once Rumold is back on his feet, then we'll swap him with the other lad. Oh, thanks, Bob Thunder. You're very kind. Very kind. You say you got wrecked. Well, as I'll say to all the people who come to my channel for the first time, I especially made a guide to Battle Brothers, 4 short little videos. It's not comprehensive by any means. If you want comprehensive guidance on Battle Brothers, you need to go to Filthy Robots channel. But go watch my guides. I specifically made it in mind of like what I wish I knew right when I started. What were we saying for how famous we are? And maybe like 200 gold is not bad for teaching, but I've already got the sergeant and all the guys have student, so 536. We're actually not that close, eh? Wow. But of course, check mine out first, right, Raging Fury? Check mine out first. Do we straight up buy a Danax? I don't think so. I don't think it's worth the money. I think most of this money now needs to be earmarked for recruits. Because honestly, we just need to find 2 more straight up cultists. We're actually a little ways out. We need to get 200 more renown before we can get our next one. Look, we have our drill sergeant. We need 750. We're only at 530. Because these cultist lads start with fuck all renown. So let's just keep popping city to city looking for more cultists. Decently cheap tools. We've got to visit 2 more cities up north, and then there's the 3rd southern city, then we finish this ambition. I think the ambitions is probably our best bet for getting renown. Obviously missions help, but... I think we picked up 1 dog at least. Everybody have bandages. Oh, there we go, we've got at least 1 dog. Fine. I do love a historian. Vigilant there. What's this? Escort Dunkelwald. We got a visit. Dunkelwald, perfect. After we've done this, we can start working our way south. We just got to hit 1 more southern city. We found. Let's see, those 2 down there. It's just 1 more. 13 brigands, thugs and poachers. They won't come near us, I don't think. Okay, they did want to fight us. Interesting. Oh no, they're just going to stand there. We'd have to run towards them. Ugh. Oh yeah, swamp fights are the worst. Well, at least it's only poachers. If this was marksmen, I would just flee. Fighting against marksmen when you have no archers. So no. On the plus side, most of my lads have fast adaptation. So then fighting in the swamps actually suits us. Because we will comparatively get higher attack values than they will. I'm pretty sure thugs don't have fast adaptation. Fairly sure. Okay. Stabby stab. I'm so happy with the change they made to fast adaptation. FA feels so much more viable. And one thing I want to tell you guys that I was a little surprised with, I've been doing some experimentation with a peasant mob, and I've got 4 sling users, but those new desert slings, they actually do up to 50 damage each, and you can sling them up to 6 tiles. They're surprisingly good. I mean, of course they don't compare to a warbow or a tier 3 crossbow. But I gotta say, I'm surprised at how much I'm enjoying using those slings, those desert slings. And I think that if you give them Headhunter, your sling men, Headhunter, could be decent. Good kiss a bar, next to the chair. In fact, what we might even do is, if we're gonna have 4 ranged guys in our cultists, we can do 2 sling men and 2 gunners. That is, of course, we get lucky and we get our hands on a hunter who's actually, you know, good. Which is pretty unlikely. Bearing in mind that we're going to have to get a hunter who's dumb if we want him to convert. Well, the thing is, eventually, once we start, because we need 2 more cultists to have, well, we've currently got 10 cultists. Once we have 13 cultists, like cultist number 13, it doesn't matter what his range stats are, we'll just make him a ranged guy. He won't be great, but he'll still be something. We'll just take what we can get. We've got to keep reminding ourselves, this campaign is going to go 1,000 days probably. There is a long way to go. Yeah, poachers are our best bet. Shepherds, surprisingly not bad. Militiamen. We discussed this in the last stream. There was one other background as well that can make decent archers. Yeah, I'm not a fan of Overwhelm. We tried it in the last experimentation playthroughs. Like, if I was playing Peasant Mob, I think you have the bodies to justify doing that. I mean, you'd be surprised. Like, I mean, if someone even has just like 40 starting range, fast adaptation, gifted, and ranged skill rolls between 3 to 4, or 2 to 3, I think, even without stars. So. I'm just taking a very long time to explain that. I think we shouldn't get too hung up on having decent stats on a ranged guy. For our goon, it's going to melee defense. That. What does he need for good goonery? His 62 melee skill is a bit low. We're using flail. I want like 7. Well, he'll get there. Let's just give him flail specialization and then start popping open the heads of raiders. That means now I need someone else to carry the axe. Ludolf. What Kratox? Level 7, good. Our first level 7. Huzzah. He is going to be, I think, heavy armor. I kind of don't mind if he doesn't have huge fatigue. That's fine. I forgot he needs rotation. Like, I don't have rotation on anybody on the front line yet. It's a big mistake. God, his stats are dreadful. Go like that. That. Bearing in mind that he is going to get... Actually, wait, I don't have to take hit points. He's going to get hit points and fatigue from his level of devotion to Davkul. Martin, mad genius. Polearm lad. He needs hit points and he needs ability defense. Does a polearm lad need fast adaptation? He might. Although, like in the early game, he'll need it, but eventually he's not going to need the accuracy. We've got almost 60 at level 3. 2.5, call it 70. Gifted is just good. I'm trying to get myself in the habit of just taking gifted. If a lad needs a bit of help, if he's not a superstar, just gifted. Come on, take twice a turn. Yeah. But the thing is that if he's bad, he's still bad. I think I still want fast adaptation. Give me a cultist. I think we should just try out hunters whenever we find them, because if you get exceptionally lucky, or even a beast slayer, you're looking for one who's dumb. Any highborn guy, you're looking for dumb. Bearing in mind that we've got a couple of guys in our group who are probably going to leave after the next sacrifice event. Drop off brigands, that we can do. How about a drink? The lads fancy a drink? Cheers. To Davkul. Oh, zombie swarm, XP. A Younger, many armored, and a fallen hero.
Good tonight.
Raging
Will
Fury.
you come with me to Camelot and join?
Oh, I got an emote. Zuma. You lads are so generous. Bless you. Get my builds document open. I've updated my builds document again on the Discord. A net we sure need for that fallen hero. I think I might actually come back to this. Let's see, many armored Wiedegangers. Well, let's not get distracted. We can come back and do that at our leisure. That's going to be a forest fight. And hopefully, with those armored Wiedegangers, we can get 1 or 2 sets of basic mail out of it. A few marksmen in a forest. Okay, we'll have to wait till night time to take that on. Hey boss Peter, how's it? Not donkey. I've been on for 20 minutes. Are these guys going to come towards us at all? I mean, at least it forces the marksman forward. Oh god, I hate that sound. It is the sound of death. Charge, men!
Charge!
I'll have a bite of chocolate brownie. Oh wait, can my lads get in there? They can.
Good tonight. Will you come with me
Okay,
to Camelot
come.
and join?
What's up? I think I want Mazuma in that square there. Mazuma has the best defense. Bruno potentially exposed to that guy with the woodcutter's axe. Shit. Well, on the plus side, there's loads of thugs here. So I'm hoping that we can murder the thugs. I don't want to put Stobbie right there in the middle. Only 24 melee defense. In contact with those spears, you can have a bad time. Ow! Hit. That's what I want to see. And by the way, how long until we can start taking... it's level 9 before we can start taking Fearsome. I mean, Fearsome is a top tier perk. That Tard shield doing good work. Yeah, get flailed, nerd. God, morning stars are nasty. The thing is, I wouldn't be surprised if Twitch is not sending out notifications. If you're not a partner, you don't get anything. Good hit. Oh! I'm zooming now. I think, yeah, riposte. Damn it. Oh, that was a good hit. What was the hit chance go above by 59? So it's not that accurate yet. You'll get there. Oh, what's more delicious? The brownie or the sound of brigand raiders dying? got a problem here. That raider, well, these guys could kill Mazuma. I think that was a strike down, looks like. Killed. God damn it. Let's start this again, because the Mazuma is our monolith tank. We can't have that. Get serious. Stop. I got chocolate on the brain. This actually suits us better though, this setup. I've got my leveling a bit wrong in this playthrough. I haven't taken rotation early enough. I've been taking offensive type of skills where I should have been taking rotation. Be building a roster, and for that you need rotation. Oi. Come on. Not yet, no. But the next perk on all of the frontline guys is rotation. The lack of rotation is the #1 reason so many guys are dying. Basic shit. I'm not doing it. So I generally don't like moving a guy forward into a triple surround, but if it puts you in contact with a marksman, then go for it. Right in the face. Dodges, boys. I can move an axe into position there to break that shield, so we wait. Finally. Wait, don't go into contact there. That pike is probably the best weapon we have on the field right now. Oh, scary. Yeah, I suppose so, but the Katal dagger doesn't actually have backstab, does it? It's not that good against armored opponents. This has the execute ability, which does extra damage against a stunned or impaired target. But I'm guessing that if it has to go through armor, even if it is the extra damage from an impaired target, it's going to do less damage than armor pierce. Well, yeah, but the thing is, my dagger specialist will need to have both daggers on him, depending on, you know, what enemy he's fighting. Armored or unarmored. Oh, good hits. Get a gold. Not a duelist. I mean, maybe, but the thing is, you'll get comparatively so little out of the duelist perk on a dagger, because the dagger does so little damage. It's so 20, so like base, I don't know, less than 10 or 12 damage will go through armor. And then you amp that by 25%, so you're only increasing the armor, the hit point damage through armor by like 2. So the scaling I think is going to be not good. I do think that, yeah, if I do build a duelist again, it'll be a mace duelist. The axe guy is more versatile in that he can break shields. But I think the blunt injuries are the best injuries. We all have brain damage, obviously. Fractured skull, crushed ribs, broken hand, all devastating. Not that the bladed ones aren't devastating, it's just that the crushing ones are better. Oh, he had a dog. Whoops. It's fine, we caught him. I love the changes to the map. It's small things, really. I mean, it's just a few extra little decals or whatever on the screen, but it makes such a big difference. Oh, headshot. Okay, nothing really worth getting loot-wise. I suppose that boar spear is good. Hang on to that. Someone here might have crap enough aim. Actually, not really, eh? Okay, level 5 goon, plus 3s, those are max, we'll take those. And I think 76 is probably enough hit points. Rotation immediately. It's level 6 sacrifice. If he were a level 6 goon, what would I be taking? I think we go recover so he can start using a flail. We've got two flail users now. Wish I had the fatigue to switch out this helmet. It's only one extra. No, that's definitely worth it. It's one extra fatigue for what? 15 extra head armor. Worth. So, Ben Thorn, we believe, has potential as a dagger lad. I'm not so sure. Plus 2, okay, we'll take that. Ugh. Ugh. Stats. Start taking backstabber. I think for a dagger lad we can skip gifted, but let's go fast adaptation and backstabber. But backstabber first, because you'll get more out of it sooner. I'm pretty sure backstabber will apply from the back line. That helps him, you know, while he's fighting with that pike, training up. We're going to visit one more place, Karakan. Let's head south. And actually, we have a group of lads who can probably fight those southern bandits decently well. I hate those defend missions. You end up standing around there for ages and nothing happening. Oh, come on, give me some wandering zombies, please. 19. Pity it's in a forest, but that's a lot of XP. Let's get farming. I think we move back, let them fight out in the open. I kind of don't want them to choke up, because we shouldn't have too much of an issue with these things. So anyways, this morning I was just messing about with a peasant company, And I forgot how awesome it feels having 16 brothers on the field. It's bloody great. But I will say, early game with the peasants, it can be quite demanding economically because it's a lot of mouths to feed, a lot of salaries to pay.
Good tonight. Will you come with me to Camelot and join?
Happy
Hey,
Twitch Day,
Davies.
Stobbs.
Thank you, my friend. Davies, if you're not watching, oh sorry, I keep saying Davies, it's the Exile. The Exile. If you, I know you're not playing Dota anymore, but you need to be watching Pyrian Flax's in-houses on Tuesday night. I play in most of them, and like the average MMR is less than 1,000. It is something. It's the most entertaining Dota that you can watch. Fuck TI, fuck WePlay, all these pro Dota stuff. What you want to be watching is guys who are absolutely useless. Like in one of the games last week, there's a mid player who wanted to be given, and not exactly that, dude. So the game starts, and then there's a pos 5. I forget what he was playing. Maybe it was Avenge, and you can see him standing next to the mid player, and they're like twitching, and then the commentators are like, "Oh, he's trying to give him a tango." And then they look in the inventory of the mid guy, and the whole stack is in his inventory. He's like, no, and he gives it back, and you can just imagine what they must be saying to each other. Fuck, it was funny. And then eventually he managed to give him a single tango, and then he gave him the whole stack again. It's great. I mean, you must know, if I'm playing Dota and I'm like the person with the highest MMR in the game, it tells you something. I mean, I'm hot garbage. Still fun though. I'm infamous for my clockwork play. Screwing over the old teammates. Anyways. I'm loving this new DLC, it's so good. I probably should have moved forward there and got into contact with that pitchfork. Pitchfork lad. Okay, good, there's a set of armor, we'll take that. We start moving forward and pushing them back. Exile, what do you think of the changes to the rule set for Blood Bowl? I like it. Kind of, well, overall I like it. I don't like how, maybe I'm oversimplifying, but it feels like, it feels to me like it's a nerf to passing teams, like elf teams. And I don't know if they needed to be nerfed. I thought if anything, punching teams needed to be nerfed. There should be a Reddit post for, what's it, Blood Bowl 2020 rule changes. What's up, Jimbo? Oh, dude, how good is Long War of the Chosen? God, I'm loving it. Especially this particular season of Long War of the Chosen has been so good. Like I'm itching to play again, but I've got so many episodes recorded that I have to wait till Wednesday. Yeah. And I don't want to spoil, but there was a subsequent smash and grab that had a little oopsie in it as well. Which is strange because, in my experience, the smash and grabs have been pretty routine. But the changes that they've made to the Lost have improved the game so much. Because the Lost are actually a threat, and they're really dangerous and hard to deal with now. Whereas the Lost used to be a real help. they would just pull aggro for Advent, and they were just like an XP farm. You got to be so careful now managing the Lost. I worry though. We've only made contact with 3 countries, and we're coming up on June. I feel like we're behind in the amount of countries we made contact with. And I also think we are in danger of falling behind the damage curve. If they complete a couple more dark events, Advent that is, where the enemy units get +1 hit points. Anyways, I'm confident at least in this playthrough we should be able to liberate a region, which is an achievement if nothing else. This is my 3rd attempt at Long War the Chosen, and we've never managed to liberate a country before. It's very difficult, liberating a country. You have to fight like a black site mission, and it is intense. I think I killed 46 aliens in the one liberation mission that I fought offline. And as much as I love all pods active, you know, this Long War the Chosen you can't play all pods active. Just too many aliens. Anyways. I have a good feeling about this cultist group. I feel like they have the potential to go all the way, these lads. By all the way, I mean, you know, Black Monolith. Just wish I could get 16 lads. I'm stabbing him because I want that coif on his head. It's worth like 100 odd gold. We could just stab him with normal weapons because his body armor isn't worth much. But if we hit the head, I'll rule that coif. I should actually move Bruna out of there. Stun him with Hideguld. And move out of there. Well, he was stunned. Oh well, whatever. One more, here we go. Good job, boys. Nice. We got the one basic male and one male coif. We've kept Hideguld for a nice little while there, I've got to say. Like, we said we were going to make him use a two-handed mace and heavy armor. But instead of calling him two-handed mace, I think I should just call him a mace nerd. He's highborn and he's not dumb. So I don't know how I'm going to keep him in the company. Eventually, someone will get sacrificed and he'll leave. We can get the Paymaster, which will reduce the chance of him leaving by 50%. But I don't want to be getting a Paymaster next. I think we just give him the vampire cocaine. I think we just accept that we're gonna lose him eventually. Like, how much fatigue is he gonna have if I chuck him in heavy armor? 79. See, his defense isn't good enough. Call him a one-handed mace lad. And I would say let's give him Berserk, but he just doesn't have the fatigue for it. I mean, swing and kill, swing again, that's half his fatigue gone. But he's got Recover, so... Look. Polearm lad. Do with him Backstabber. We won't go fast adaptation, but we will go Backstabber though. Good. We're finally reaching that part of the mid-game, early to mid-game, where you've got, you know, pretty much worn and basic mail and nasal helmets on the whole front line. That was the other option as well. Just run to the nearest pub and get everyone absolutely shit-faced. Just get all the lads completely mullered. Always an option. These swords are surprisingly, they're worth repairing. Yeah. I think that if we camp here, we can expect this sacrifice event like any second now. We had one at day 30, it's been 40 days since the sacrifice event. What is it that's still repairing? Okay, it's that basic mail. Let's see, we're going to be up against a fallen hero. Against the enemy types, we don't actually need flails. Swords will do nicely. Well, if he's got the specialization, then fine. Many armored Vilgangers. Hope for some more basic mail. There's one, there's two, awesome. Those little kettle helmets are quite nice too. Do we move forward? I think we just hold. The barbarians, no. I think one of the viewers was able to confirm it. No, they count as highborn. Which is weird, because barbarians wouldn't strike me as highborn, but I imagine that's a balance thing rather than a game logic thing. Because the barbarians are nice and powerful. Yeah, that's weird. Oh right, Hubert, no, I shouldn't have been carrying all these nets. Oh. Two nice sets of armor there, or maybe even get even that one 3. We'll try to dagger down those 3, kill all the rest. Ah. Well, look, it's going to be super difficult to get guys that we can convert that have high stats. But it just means that in this campaign we are going to do an awful lot of trying out. Because remember, if you see like a sellsword or something, just try them out. Dumb now is going to be the most important trait for us. Finding dumb lads. Which kind of fits. I mean, you'd have to be dumb to work for my warband. Oh, whoopsie. Okay, I wanted that armor. Never mind. Wonder if that guy with fast adaptation, if he now takes a recover, is he going to lose fast adaptation stacks? Hope not. Headshot. I think your Bannerman is doing fine, actually. The extra accuracy from the banner is helping a lot. But mostly I'm pleased with the fact that your dodge because of nimble. Good work. Sure. Yeah, 67 is okay. Does that include confidence? I think it does. I mean, that hit chance was what, 93, but then again, accuracy numbers barely count on these video gangers. They're so easy to hit. Dodging, lads. I mean, these lads that I'm calling goons, and we're giving them flail specialization. We should almost certainly take Headhunter. I mean, Headhunter gives you a free hit to the head after you hit the head. Nice, 2 sets. And some silverware. Whew. I hate how it doesn't include the 2 most valuable things. That would have pissed me right off. Well, Raging Fury, I'm sorry to admit, oh, hang on. So for the next ranged hunter, Jude Varnus is getting one of the ranged hunters. He helped me with some image editing for making the thumbnails for this playthrough. I forget the other guy. But don't worry, I mean, there's going to be 4 spots for ranged hunters, so there is a spot for you for ranged hunter. $71 at 6. That's a little eh. Flail, lad. God, those hit points. His defense is okay. Yeah, I think he'll be a decent flail, lad. We just don't have any heavy armor for him. Maybe he's better off on the front line. Because, I mean, I can give him flail specialization, but no, it's not. The flail lad is not going to need backstab or fast adaptation. Bannerman is named. Let's take a look. Are there any cultists who aren't named yet? Bear in mind, I'm not naming sacrifices after viewers because I don't want to be turning my viewers into human tent pegs. James is a viewer. Kratox is a viewer. Viewer. Hubert is available. Marden's taken. Garbois is taken. I think Bruno is available. Bruno and Hubert are available. Hubert is a survivor with 1 star in melee skill. And Bruno is brave. God, if only these 3 stars were in melee skill, it would have been a god. Shift that star there, shift these 3 there. Damn, would have been so good. It's just going to be Wolfgang. I haven't got the whole Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart space. Right, flail lad. What perk? What perk? I think gifted. Even for a 2-handed guy, I mean, you can never have too many stats. Gifted is just amazing for that. I think let's take a rotation on the goons as soon as we can, and then at 5 we'll take student. Student. I really should have taken rotation a lot quicker on all of these lads. Not really. He could be okay, but I mean, he'll just be a body. He'll just be a typical, you know, frontline shield expert, flail, just a reliable lad. Yeah, but the thing with the HP is, and this is a bit of a controversial take for me, I mean, you got to give him nimble, right? But the thing is, against the higher damage weapons, your EHP with nimble doesn't get that good because, I mean, you oh, here we go. Venthorn or Hubert? Oh, unlucky. See, this is annoying because here's the sacrifice event, and it hasn't taken 2 of the lower level guys at all. Look, we've got 3 sacrifices sitting in reserve that didn't get chosen. Well, if it's a choice between a goon and a dagger lad. You traveled to the place. You knew you were sleeping, but you knew damn well you traveled there nonetheless. Shifting beyond your mind, beyond your body. Coursing over the earth. Over its rivers, across its dry earth, and past the mountains which would crumble. There you found Davkul, the immutable darkness, the inviting shade. Hubert Goon and Vanthorn Daggerlad were already there, standing closest to you, and Davkul's shape shifted restlessly. Behind their images, a black hand of fog pushed one man forward, and then he yanked him back, then repeated it with the other man. You nodded in understanding. A sacrifice was required, and you were to choose. Sorry, Hubert. Hubert Goon is bound and put to the fire. The smell of burnt pork fills the air, and the men around you rejoice with tears in their eyes. You see a face twisting in the smoke of the sacrifice, a knowing visage that approves. The men are emboldened. Okay, so Marden is now a zealot. Mazuma is an acolyte. I mean, one thing that worries me is that now that Mazuma has the highest level, he will be the one and only one who can use that AoE ability that gives everyone fatigue, because I really need my bannerman to be the acolyte, not him. Okay, so a couple of the guys are now fanatics. Now, quickly strip down the guys who are upset, because I think when they leave they take their gear with them. I don't quite remember. Shit. I think that's how it works. I think they take their gear with them. We'll make a beeline for the nearest town. Hope it has a tavern and go get drunk. Yep, there's Torvald. There goes Leaf. There goes Hirguld. Fuck. That's super disappointing. I was told that it chooses between the 4 lowest people. Come on, give me a dumbass. Hate for beasts. Okay, we'll take him. Otto. Wait, don't wild men come... No. Yeah, can anyone tell me whether... So, the wild men... The wild men have minus 15 experience. Wild men are convertible. Okay, what is he? Disloyal. Rather disloyal, will be forced to leave should you ever run out of crowns or provisions. It doesn't say anything about killing your own men. So, let's see, what do we have here? Ooh, that's nice. Again, when I see stars in range defense, it makes me so sad because you don't need it. And Guntbert. Okay, so this is our first ranged lad. Let's see, range skill, even with no stars, it's rolls 2 to 4, so you get 3s plus 30. So he'll have 78 ranged skill at level 11, which is obviously crap. But considering, you know, we have like no other choice, why not? That. Ah, these lads are gonna desert, aren't they? Oh yeah, these beast hunters are great, but they are super expensive. Their base stats are really high. This is hunt down what terrorizes. Not gonna do that yet. Okay, we're gonna take a little break anyway. It's 1 hour long, this episode. We just had our next sacrifice. Look at that though, +2 fatigue recovery per turn. So eventually almost everyone's gonna have that, and +10 resolve. No morale on allies dying, no morale on losing hit points. Let's get to a major city and offload all of our stuff that we're carrying. Somewhere that has a tavern, for fuck's sake. Okay, when we come back, we've got to hire more people, we're going to go to the tavern, go get shit-faced, see if we can get those upset guys to be a little bit less upset. If I just get them orange, they won't desert. See if I can numb the pain and their trauma with some booze. Okay.